Hey guys, today's video is going to be looking at my May bullet journal. Got a pretty good one, I think, so let's go with it.
So for May's bullet journal, I really wanted to do something fairly simple, and I also wanted to do something more stuck in. So I went with touching on meaningful media franchises that I've got some sort of relationship with. So this first page here is kind of meant to show progression. So we've got me as a kid. This is a photo that my mum has put on this on Facebook before, and this is one of me when I was making this one up. And then we've got this done in this sort of style where I've just taken a bunch of different media and made up a title. So we've got an M from the X-Men animated show, we've got A from the Avatar, we've got Y from Community, we've got a 2 from Dimension 20, we've got a 0 that's made out of an O from the Game of Thrones logo, we've got Splatoon 2's 2, we've got Star Wars Episode 6. And then, for the calendar, Pokemon is one of the biggest ones that I will always have on the go. Pokemon Fire Red Leaf Green is one of the ones that really started it for me. So here we go. And then for goals and commitment tracking, I just got this set up. So we've got Tahu from Bionicle and Mistborn. I didn't necessarily plan these out as much as I sometimes have for this sort of thing of like making sure everything correlates to whatever I've been doing, but it's just worked. So we've now got my project tracker, which is just organizing, really, just trying to get back on top of things. And we've got Guards, which is one of the Discworld books, and Life of Brian, only Python.
Ew.
I had previously done a Monty Python based thing in movies. So then we've got Heroes, was one of my favourite ever TV shows, at least the first season. Second was where it started to weaken, but it was still decent, and then it just went off the rails. We've got Narnia, which I just had such a strong relationship with, or at least did when I was younger. And then we've got Transformers the movie, specifically. So, yeah, all of these are fairly glossy because of the way that I've printed them, but they're still pretty good. They don't necessarily show up well on the camera. I did have to do some expansion of some of them to make sure that it all fit. So then we've got the Umbrella Academy and Star Munchkin. I wanted a Munchkin in here, and I've done something with the original Munchkin art before. Then we've got Volume 1 of Scott Pilgrim. So we've got Scott Pilgrim's Precious Little Life. Then this is my own version of doing an Okami cover, effectively. The logo, Amaterasu, and a parchment background. Then for week 3, we've got Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. I've been a fan of Zelda for ages, but Skyward Sword was the first one I actually played, and it's good. And then we've got Scrubs. I've said about Scrubs enough times before. Then we've got His Dark Materials, specifically the first one, Northern Lights, get out of here with that Golden Compass shit. And then we've got a Yu-Gi-Oh! Base one, and I'm quite proud of having done some of the things that I've done to make these work, printing wise. So then we've got week 4 here, which is Digimon Adventure, yeah, Aragon, and Dungeons and Dragons. Specifically, this is the books that I had. So we've got the original, the first versions of ones I had. So we've got the 3rd edition Player's Handbook and Dungeon Master's Guide, and then 3.5's Monster Manual up at the top here. And then this is one that's going to be sounding incredibly weird to anyone that's not Scottish, but The Singing Kettle was incredibly influential to me, and at the time that I was making up this bullet journal for Set of Spreads, my mother had given my daughter the little kettle that I had, which was a singing kettle, and yeah, so I had one of those as a kid, and it was in my mind again because, yeah, We're talking a lot about that sort of thing because of Maisie. So then for week 5 we've got Murray and the Almighty Johnsons, a New Zealand show about Norse gods. It's really good. Then we've got The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I had to merge 2 different covers to be able to make this work, and it's a little messy, but it worked. And then we've got The Order of the Stick, which I've been reading that for so very, very long, and I think it's the first ever webcomic I ever started reading way back in like 2004. Then we've got for my Dream Diary, Welcome to Night Vale and Warcraft 3, The Frozen Throne. For my Nature Log, I've got Red Dwarf and Warhammer. And then for media lists, I've got Pirates of the Caribbean. This one is more meaningful. So we've got Pirates of the Caribbean next to movies. We've got Doctor Who next to TV shows. We've got Settlers of Catan next to board games. We've got Age of Mythology next to video games. We've got Percy Jackson next to books read. And we've got Nerdfighteria next to videos made. And then for the monthly stats and favourites, which is the last bit of it, we've got Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, and Pacific Rim. Just solid, great things, and yeah, all media that I have had stick with me for a long time. So, it's grand.
So that's what my May bullet journal looks like. I think it's pretty good, so yeah. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of it. I'd love to know, so tell me down there. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and that you remember to like and share it, and subscribe to my channel. Click on the thumbnails over there to see other videos by me, click on the link in the description down below to join my Discord, and I'll see you guys next time.